Alright, I got tons of tools. I got tons of parts and upgrades. I got 2 machines, a whole bunch of filament, dry storage container, all kinds of upgrades, bunch of different plates, tools, hardware, Dremel, pretty cool. I'm gonna start going through this stuff and see what kind of upgrades I got so I can start putting it on this machine. Alright, so I got all the parts laid out, a bunch of stuff. I don't even know what some of it is. So start going through it. I got some big tree stuff. I believe this is for the display, an upgrade display. Since I got 2 machines, I think I have 2 different boards. That's a display, and I believe those are displays as well. Then these are some kind of drivers, I believe, for it. Bunch of little miscellaneous other stuff. I believe I got a camera with Wi-Fi here so I could watch the machines over the internet. I got a bunch of miscellaneous fans. I got a direct drive extruder. I got an Easy Board Light V1.2. Some other little accessories, not sure what they are. Some more fans. Came with a upgraded Meanwell power supply that I'm going to be putting into here. A bunch of miscellaneous 3D printed parts already that I believe is for the power supply, and I think for maybe one of the displays. I got that turbo. I believe this is a real good board. It says it's better from the reviews than most of them. So now I'm going to start organizing and separating and see if I can't get that machine built. I also got those things there, which I'm going to put on here, and I'm going to try to clean up that wiring, make it nice and neat. And most of these parts are for both machines, so I can upgrade both machines at the same time. They also, I believe this extruder, I want to say, is stock. And then this one is an upgraded one, which it came with another one as well, just like it. It says it's called Bondtech. I'll probably put that on the other machine after I do my research to determine if that's good and that's what I want. And it also came with a bunch, a couple extras. I got these Wham Bam plates here. Supposed to be real nice. Start digging into that and see. I got a couple more boxes here I haven't even opened up that have filament and plates for the top. So let's see what I come up with. Alright, so today I got my Ender 5 Plus here that I just got on a real good deal with a bunch of upgrades. I pulled out this power panel, and I'm going to start pulling it apart. It's not that complicated to take it out. All the wires are labeled and color coded. They'll tell you what axes it goes to or what component it goes to as far as the extruder or the x-axis, the y-axis. And it's pretty straightforward. Shouldn't be too scared of it. And I pulled it out because I believe it came with a upgraded power supply, a screen, a chipboard. And we're going to tear into it and see what we can come up with and try to get this thing up and running. Alright, so now I'm going to do the Meanwell power upgrade, 600 watts. It already came with the mounts that I needed, 3D printed mounts. I'm going to drill 2 holes here, and I'm going to run the wires out here, and then it's going to bolt to the back of the unit. And I'm trying to do more upgrades at the same time. I'm trying to put this turbo board in there along with the drivers. And I've already pulled out all the little jumpers that you need to pull out for this particular setup. You only leave that one on each one. You leave this one, you leave this one, the second one from the red on each one. And then I got these TCM 2208 drivers here that I'm going to be putting on that board to install it into the printer. Alright, so now I got all the drivers on. I got all the heat sinks on. I put all 5 of them on there because I'm most likely going to run the Z-axis on one channel, and then what I'm going to do is I might run 2 extruders. I might steal another extruder off of the Pro, the good extruder that's upgraded already on there, and put the factory one back on, and then maybe run 2 aftermarket extruders on this piece. So once I get it installed, I'll figure that out next. So I ended up upgrading this to a big tree TFT 3.5 version 3.0, and also the SKR V1.4 turbo board, I believe, as well as the 600 watt power supply. These are all parts I had, and there's still a couple more things I have left to do to this one to get it up and running. I gotta figure out the firmware and the software. That'll be my next project, but I've got the little one up and running. I figure I might as well start out with an SD card holder that I download off of Thingiverse for my test print. It's not coming out perfect, but it's coming out pretty good. I'm gonna have to change some settings and figure out some things, but hopefully we'll see. I had to change the nozzle, I had to change the bed, the plate with the heating bed was warped, so I went with the glass plate. I also had to glue it, clean it with alcohol, and it's working now. I'll start fine-tuning on it. Alright, I got my first test print done. I'm letting it cool down. This is my SD card holder that I printed. Doesn't look too bad. First time print, learning out the system. Once I get this one dialed in, since this one's working, once I get this other one set up, I'm gonna start using it. But for now, I'll be able to print a bunch of little parts for the bigger one on this little machine here. I'll probably stick it in a corner somewhere and let it print away all the upgrades and stuff that I want to print for the bigger machine, and start worrying about the bigger machine, get it up and going. But doesn't look perfect, but it looks pretty good. I'm happy with it. I'll have to fine tune it to get all those lines out. More fine tuning on the system. Got 'em.